We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans.
To kick off for Indianapolis.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. This is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Running from the gun with Henry. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught at the 20. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Tannehill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there.
On the floor.
Marlon Mack, his first carry of the game. And all the way to the opposite 45. A huge play that time for the Colts. 54 yards on the ground.
First down, Indianapolis.
I'm your nigga. That's my nigga.
So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield. Naeem Hines, his first carry. And they'll get him down after after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
On the pickup, brings up 2nd and 4.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first run.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Dance like you dancing on the pole. Dance like you dancing on the pole. Dance like you dancing on the pole. Dance like you dancing on the pole.
Running the sweep, Hilton with it. Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
Brings up 2nd.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
On 2nd down now, it's Mack. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That one a first down pickup of 8. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Carr. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
5 yards.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Blankenship's kick is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them.
What?
But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
After the made field goal, here's Blankenship again. Taking about 7 yards deep. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
Fuck!
So
Get that
teammate
miserable.
picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And
Wake
the
the
way
fuck
that you
up,
coach
Tennessee.
these-
Wake
you wanna
up,
make sure you
hope.
have eyes towards the return
Out
guy
here today, baby.
because you want to make sure that the catch is secure. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up.
And 10 at the 19-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Here's Tannehill. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
On second down, here's Henry. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now the first carry for Darrington Evans. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards.
A
quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Up of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
After 1 on EA Sports.
Colts 3, Titans nothing.
Blueface, baby. Yeah, right.
On second down, it's Taylor. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
3rd down.
Snap comes at one, and it's Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down. The Colts send out their punter. Adoree Jackson deep for Tennessee. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Their own 15-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
And he'll take this one up to about the 23. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Tannehill finding Davis for a Titan 1st down.
At the 29-yard line.
Can I ball? Can I chill? Can I stand?
Tannehill on 1st down. Stepping up, and now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it, and the Colts pick it up. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get to the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
Needing a little love. It's gonna take time. Ain't no time to shit. Ain't no time to cry. All the people wanted me to sit my ass down. I've been on
Quick throw here to Hill. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Can I stand? Would I live long enough to raise my son? Make something out of nothing.
We nothing want from. Can your boy do something productive for us? Once a nigga make it, they want to.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 2 yards, good enough for 1st.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up the 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
Ain't even showing your love where you're from. People moving forward, so I'm about to go back home.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Can I take you out to lunch?
From the gun, it's Carr. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 to 12. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Carr, quick throw, it's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, his second touchdown on the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
They rooting for the baby. Even when you're showing love, still on one age.
Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Out to the right to Humphries. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up 2nd
That
and
last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 38.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
I got a problem, bitch. You call me, you know. Shut up, bitch.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On the stop, Breeland speaks.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Tannehill getting it out quickly to Brown. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 16. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs. Hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
The Titans going to use the first
Stand
of
up,
the
defense.
timeouts.
Stand up, baby.
It's just their first, so they'll have
Stand up.
2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 2nd and 7, Tannehill. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Jeff Swain, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans have made this a one-score game. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. Catch made here by Campbell. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Carr. He's got Burton here. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Carr now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings them up 2nd and 10. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And now running right through him. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Taken about 7 yards deep, and the half will begin with a touchback. Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Same nigga hard-headed since hell started. Cop the little bitch for the cute, she gon' pass smart, flex smart. Stretch a shake out, then a stretch mark. Next part, bitch washed up like a wet car. Pass the back to my nigga, drop like Brett Favre. Chopper too big, knock a nigga out. No little penny, my pockets hungry.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. From the gun, Carr. Campbell making the catch. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes, when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Taylor,
the tackle is made by Adoree Jackson.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down and 6. Operating from the gun. Carr, throw left side, complete. It's Hines. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at third down here. One play action. Now Carr. Got it open man. That's Campbell. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans 36. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 36. To throw his Carr. They'll get this out quickly to Campbell. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
I was in the Pontiac with my dude, brag about the holy bad, don't be screwing something on the Pontiac. With the juice, word with the turn, little talk about a nigga on the blood, nigga look you. These kind of wild money made the rules, nigga living dirty, feel like
one of his sweet Hilton with it. And some space here. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 22. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs, even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
They'll look to run with Taylor. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
No gain on.
They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
Again into Taylor. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the one. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Taylor. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
It's interesting when we're in the game now. The analytics folks, they might tell you to kick the field goal and make it a 2-score game. You have to wonder if emotionally they're thinking, let's go for the touchdown and try and slam the door.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. Blankenship's kick is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tannehill. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 58 yards at the 24-yard line. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. They'll get him to the ground at the 20, following a pickup of 4.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now he's got it, and he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Jonnu Smith, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And it's good. It cuts it to 2. 16-14 our score.
Colts 16, Titans 14.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
I was trapped, I must confess. Niggas got me with the okey dokey, did the Okeechobee, nigga, now it's chest. Okinawa, that's the power. What a flower, I've been concentrating all this constant heat, got me powered up. Keep it humble, come with sour says. Keep it humble, try to pollinate. Keep it low-key, niggas fumble bags with the humble brag over compensating. Under radar, niggas know I creep. She want brown, she a real straight. Smooth running, niggas counting sheep. Kinda funny, that's when I walk. Still tipping on my fucking phone.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. Decided to hit it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady game.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Taylor. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40.
He's tackled at
Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Play action. Now it's Carr. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, his second touchdown of the game, his third of the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And he's able to put it through.
Colts 23, Titans 14. Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. It's incomplete. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, is intended receiver. And now it's second down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Now left side on the swing pass, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And the Colts pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down a defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A quick throw complete into the flat out left. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
Now Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
I told you, I'm up at the club, baby. Man, I tried to tell you.
DJ Focus, underground hype.
On second down now. It's Taylor. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
Yard on the play. And it's third down.
The Colts on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. First time they've looked his way in this game, he comes through picking up the first. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Taylor. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They run once more with Taylor. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now they'll throw with Carr, and it's caught. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. 3rd touchdown pass now for Dick.
Living life, yeah. I'm trying not to cry, on my cat, head first I came back, trend. I ran up them racks,
Carr and the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
I can't follow, got just put out my dogs on. I can't ball, and I might drop 10 on all, and I come straight from a war zone. What time I'm putting my gloves on? Love pain and I can't deny it. Try to take mine and I'm gonna stop it right now.
So now here's Derek Carr leading his guys up to go for 2. Now Carr. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off inside the 5. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. 20. 10. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as head play backfires in a big way.
16.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. They're giving those short little routes, tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not going to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. Good. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Job 1 to pick up the first down is complete. That was a big 3rd down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a 2-score game.
Which means they have to pick up the pace, right? The tempo has to be upped. And what they do is they tell the quarterback in his helmet, hey, listen, when we pick up the first down here, tell everyone we're going. We're moving now to 2-minute offensive phase, and everyone on the bench area, they're waving them along too. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Darrington Evans, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Ryan Tannehill.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 17.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Smith. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
They snap it to Tannehill. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
How did it go? It was epic. But for real, you said you still independent. How you wasn't to me, you flex. Just know I'm eating. I can teach you a thing or two, baby. Come here, you sex. Brought this shit on Essence. Now go sell out in Texas. You supposed to be a real nigga trying to confront me, pussy, and call you Texas.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
At the 44-yard line.
My homies on fire, he in the scenes and loud, they wanna be crunching it. He went with my dogs, they were about to take out, they wanna see punching it. Bust down the wood, correcting it. Detroit with
Second and 12 now at the 44-yard line. Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double and triple and do what you have to do? But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And a Colts first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll run on first down. It's Hines. Tackle made by Kenny Vaccaro. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one.
I have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. On play action, it's Carr. Flushed out, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. He's sacked by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.